Hello and welcome to the most recent Data Daily News. With a happy farewell, we bring you the terrible news that 67-year-old Euro rock legend Billy Idol has passed away. Billy Idol, an English musician, singer, and songwriter born William Michael Albert Broad on November 30, 1955, rose to fame and financial success in the 1980s. Early in life, Billy Idol faced many difficulties and chances that ultimately shaped his artistic vision. Born in Middlesex, England, he spent his formative years in a working-class family in Bromley, Kent. His parents, Bill and Joan Broad, raised him along with his sisters, Jane and Sue. Young William developed a strong passion for music at a young age, being influenced by rock and roll legends like Elvis Presley and the Beatles. Despite his artistic proclivities, though, he also showed interest in literature and the visual arts, which would later influence his songwriting and visual aesthetic. In his early years, Billy Idol struggled. He had a serious respiratory condition that damaged his throat, which made it difficult for him to speak clearly and gave him the distinctive snoring vocal style that would later become his hallmark. Also, he had scholastic difficulties and felt uncomfortable in the traditional school setting. As a result, he turned to music as an escape and found comfort in the growing music scene. Billy Idol found his place in the subculture, drawn to its raw energy, anti-establishment ethos, and artistic freedom. He became a regular at punk rock venues like the Roxy in London, where he first met future bandmates and musical collaborators. In 1976, Billy Idol joined the band. Punk scene in the mid-70s, the punk movement began to sweep across the United Kingdom, providing a platform for this affected youth to express her frustration and its content with society. Tony James, Bob Durwood Andrews, Mark Laff, and other members of the band immediately earned notoriety in the punk scene. Music of Generation X punk rock and new wave elements were combined to create a distinctive sound that appeals to listeners. The exercise began to climb, and the band became a famous fixture in the UK music scene with Billy Idol as a frontman. Despite the success of subsequent generations of artists, they toured defensively, creating a loyal fan following. Billy Idol, undaunted by the setback, opted to launch a solo career and go to New York City in 1981 due to internal conflicts and artistic differences. He was able to experiment with new musical ideas and collaborate with various producers and musicians after moving to America. In 1982, Billy Idol released his debut solo album Billy Idol, which showcased his artistic evolution. The album's lead single, Hot in the City, had moderate success, but it was his second album, Rebel Yell, which was released in 1983, that propelled him to international stardom. With his golden blonde, spiky hair, leather jackets, and signature scene, the title tune Rebel Yell and other songs like Ice, Without a Face and Flesh for Fantasy cemented his place as a rock superstar. Billy Idol, who personified the essence of 80s rock and roll, rose to prominence on MTV swiftly, where his music videos displayed his captivating attitude and daring sense of style. His mix of punk rock and pop elements appealed to a wide audience, and his albums frequently reached the top of the charts. But the Idol's rise to fame brought about personal struggles, especially with substance abuse. His partying lifestyle and fame took a toll on his well-being, which led to struggles with drugs and alcohol. He proceeded to put out great albums like Whiplash Mile in 1986 and Charmed Life in 1990 despite the Joker parts of his life. Billy Idol experienced tragedy in 1990 when he was involved in a near-fatal motorcycle accident in Hollywood Hills. The accident left him with significant injuries, including a fractured leg and arm, and it was this life-altering experience that made him rethink his lifestyle choices and goals. Notwithstanding the difficulties he encountered in the 1990s, Billy battled to conquer his addictions, necessitating many surgeries and extensive physical rehabilitation throughout this time. He also fought to achieve sobriety and personal growth. In the early 2000s, Billy Idol triumphantly returned to the music industry. Screamed, the album's lead single, was well received and marked Billy Idol's successful comeback. He continued to tour and record new music throughout the 2000s and 2010s, maintaining a devoted fan base and solidifying his status as a rock legend. His live performances still possess the same vigor and charisma that have mesmerized audiences since the beginning. His album Devil's Playground in 2005 received positive reviews and demonstrated a matured and introspective side of the artist. After reaching the height of his fame, Billy Idol's influence on the music and fashion industries has continued to be felt. His distinctive look, which combined a punk attitude with glam rock aesthetics, served as an inspiration to innumerable musicians and designers from a variety of genres. Together with his music, he is an enduring icon of rock and roll because the rebellious spirit that characterized both his music and personal life is still present. She respects and admires Billy Idol for his humanitarian efforts, which have included supporting organizations that promote animal welfare, environmental conservation, and cancer research. Thanks for watching my video.